In the previous session, I discussed about definition and functions of carbohydrates. In this session, I'll be taking up the classification of carbohydrates as well as monosaccharides. The objectives set for this session are: at the end of the session, the learner shall be able to classify carbohydrates, and he also shall be able to classify the monosaccharides. He also shall be able to classify monosaccharides. First, we'll take up the classification of carbohydrates. What is the basis of classification of the carbohydrates? What is that basis? There are two steps are there where we can talk about the basis of classification of carbohydrates and monosaccharides. When you talk about the carbohydrates, first, how entire carbohydrates are placed into. The basis is number of sugar units. Number of sugar units. So that is the basis of classification of carbohydrates. Let us see this what are the classes we put the carbohydrates into. The classes of carbohydrates. Let us see. The first one is monosaccharides. So as you know, carbohydrates also known as saccharides. It is monosaccharides. That will explain why it is called like that. Then the next one is disaccharides. It is disaccharides. So that is the second class, the second one. The third one is oligosaccharides. 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 Then the next one is polysaccharides. We call it polysaccharides. Polysaccharides. So this is we can say into four classes. Monosaccharides, it is the first one is monosaccharides. The second one is disaccharide, and the third one is oligosaccharide, and the fourth one is polysaccharide. Why they are called like that? The reason for calling them like that is, let us see here. So monosaccharides means there is single glucose unit is present. Monosaccharide means single glucose unit is present. So whereas disaccharides means there are two units are present. So there are two units of sugars, they are joined. It is called disaccharides. So what is oligosaccharides? The oligosaccharides, they contain 3 to 9 units. There is one, second, then the third. So like that. So there is here one unit is present. So that is what we call monosaccharide. Here one unit is present. Here this is 1, 2. In this case 1, 2 and 3 units are present. So these 3 units are present. That is what we call oligosaccharides. So polysaccharides, there are polysaccharides 3 to oligosaccharides 3 to 9, and polysaccharides, so there are more than 10 units are present. So more than 10 units are present, whereas in the monosaccharides 1 unit, disaccharides 2 units, and then oligosaccharides 3 to 9 units, and polysaccharides around more than 10 units are present. More than 10 units are present. Then so this the classification, but sometimes some of the books it is mentioned only 2 classes. One is monosaccharide, the other one is polysaccharide. They mentioned even disaccharides as one of the section of the polysaccharides, but we'll follow this type of classification. So the examples are in the monosaccharides, it is glucose, then fructose, Here glucose and fructose. Here it is, there are maltose, okay, then sucrose, okay, and lactose. Then here, what we have? So maltotriose, one of the example is maltotriose. So maltotriose. Okay. So then what about polysaccharides? Polysaccharides again further classified into homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. They are further classified into homopolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharides, okay, homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. What does it mean? Homopolysaccharides means same type of glucose, this one monosaccharide units are present. That means in one homopolysaccharide, many glucose units are present. In other, the homopolysaccharide, maybe fructose units are present. Whereas heteropolysaccharides, the different units are present. The derivatives of glucose are present. Glucose may be present, galactose may be present. The derivatives of this glucose or galactose may be present, and Nestle sugars may be present. Okay. Let us see. What does it mean? In a diagrammatic way, so I say this is the homopolysaccharide. This is homopolysaccharide. Okay, this is homopolysaccharide. Whereas when you talk about the heteropolysaccharide here, so like that, so there is another sugar is present. Okay, so then, so there may be presence of the another sugar. Okay, so there may be presence of the this one. Okay, then, so there may be presence of like this. Okay, so there are different sugar units or derivatives, they are present. What are the examples of these homopolysaccharides? That is in plants, starch. Okay, then in the animals, so glycogen, the starch and glycogen. Here there are many mucopolysaccharides, heparin, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin, like that. Okay, so this is about the classification of carbohydrates. Classification of carbohydrates. The next classification is about monosaccharides. The next objective is monosaccharides. How monosaccharides are classified. Monosaccharides are classified. What is the basis of classification of monosaccharides? The basis of classification of monosaccharides is two types of basis is taken. One is, the first one will take the presence of okay, functional group. So presence of functional group. What type of functional group is present? So that is the one basis. Okay, in the presence of functional group, so as I said, monosaccharides while carbohydrates while defining, I said, so they are containing, they will be containing either aldehyde group or keto group. Okay, either aldehyde group or ketone group. So based on this one, the monosaccharides, if there is a presence of aldehyde group, so then they are called aldoses. They are called aldoses. So glucose is an aldose. If the monosaccharide contains a ketone group, so we call it ketosis based on this functional group. So ketosis is fructose. So remember, both the sugars are exo sugars containing 6 carbons. Containing 6 carbons. The only difference is different functional group is present. Okay. Then I think I am making it clear. Okay. Then second one is based on number of carbons. Based on number of carbons. Among these aldoses and so ketosis. So how many carbons are present? Based on that, one can classify these monosaccharides. In the monosaccharides, let us take up the aldoses. Same thing is also ketose. Okay, let us see here. So this is the way we do the classification. Okay, then the second one. Okay, then here it is. Okay, finally this is the one. Okay, so when a number of carbons, suppose 3 carbons are present or 4 carbons are present, then 5 carbons are present and 6 carbons are present and 7 carbons are present. So we call it triose. Triose. We call it triose. If it is, then the 4 carbons, we call it tetrose. We call it tetrose. If 5 carbons, we call it pentose. And if 6 carbons like glucose or fructose, we call it hexose. And then the seventh one, we call it heptose. Heptose. How nicely the classification is carried out. So this trioses may be present, maybe ketoses and aldoses again, based on the functional group. So let us see. First, we'll talk about the triose. We classify triose. So what we say is aldotriose. Aldotriose. So that is the one. Then second one is ketotriose. Ketotriose. Here it is. So aldotriose is the glyceraldehyde. Glyceraldehyde. So that is containing the aldehyde group. So this is, we call it dihydroxy acetone. Dihydroxy acetone. One is ketotriose and the second one is aldotriose. Then next one again, the tetrose, the same aspect. Tetrose, same aspect. So again, the tetrose can be classified as aldotetrose. Aldotetrose, okay, or ketotetrose. Ketotetrose. Okay, so the example aldotetrose is erythrose. Erythrose, okay, then it is called erythrulose. It is called erythrulose. Okay, that is about the tetrose. Let us come back again the pentoses. This is what we say is this is so pentose, the classification. The pentose again based on the presence of aldose or ketose, we say aldopentose. Aldopentose. Okay, then it is ketopentose. Ketopentose. It is the ribose, that is the aldo group ribose. Here it is ribulose. See the difference in the name. That is about the pentose. Then let us talk about the hexose. Hexose, we say aldohexose. 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 So this aldohexose and ketohexose. Aldohexose and ketohexose, here it is glucose and fructose. Fructose. Then finally, the next one is, so that is heptose. Generally come across, so pseudoheptulose. In the pentose phosphate pathway. Now, let me summarize today's session. Let me summarize in the summarization. In the summarization, so here we have taken up carbohydrates and classification, both carbohydrates as such and also, so there is, we have taken up monosaccharides. The objectives of this session is, at the end of the session, the learner shall be able to classify carbohydrates and classify monosaccharides. Okay, then the first one, the classification of carbohydrates is based on number of sugar units. how particular carbohydrate contains how many sugar units. So they are classified as monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides containing one sugar unit, glucose, one unit, and disaccharides 2 units are there, oligosaccharides 3 to 9 are there, and polysaccharide more than 10 are there. So in this case, the glucose and fructose, they are monosaccharides, maltose, sucrose, lactose, they are disaccharides. Maltotriose is trisaccharide, and then so polysaccharides again classified into homopolysaccharides, heteropolysaccharides based on whether they are containing the same sugar units or different sugar units. So homopolysaccharides, the example is starch glycogen, and heteropolysaccharides, so heparin. Okay, then next we come to the classification of monosaccharides. In this presence of functional group, the functional group can be aldehyde or ketone. If aldehyde is present, they are called aldoses, and ketone is present, ketoses. The example for the aldoses is glucose, and ketoses, fructose. Then the next one is number of carbons particular monosaccharide is containing. It contains whether is it containing 3 carbons, 4 carbons, 5 carbons, 6 carbons, or 7 carbons. If it contains the 3 carbons, we can say that we call it aldotriose and ketotriose, containing aldehyde group, keto group. Aldotriose, glyceraldehyde, ketotriose, dihydroxyacetone. Then whereas tetrose, so aldotetrose, that is erythrose, ketotetrose, so that is erythrulose. Then again, the pentoses, we have the aldopentose, ribose, ketopentose, ribulose. Okay, then the next one is hexose and aldohexose glucose, ketohexose fructose. Then heptose, generally we come across pseudoheptose in the metabolic pathway of HMP shunt pathway or pentose phosphate pathway. This is about the classification of the carbohydrates and monosaccharides. In the next session, we will take up the other aspects of monosaccharides. Thank you very much.